Hello, hello, hello. I know I didn't do the other video. I can do what I want. It's my show. So don't tell me how to live my life. How is everyone? It is 4-4. Tonight is a special night. Tomorrow is my son's 5th birthday, so I'm super excited about that. I'm running towards the end. Last 48 hours of my campaign will be tonight. So it's going to be a wild night. I've got a bunch of creators that I don't know. I've got some cool creators who just want to hang out. So it's going to be a good time. It's going to be fun for all. So let's get on with the show. Now, before I do anything, I always need your help. So to get your help, what I need is if you're watching this from Twitter or Facebook or YouTube, please leave a comment because I need to know that the comments are working because that's how we see things. That's how I share all these great campaigns out. So I need to make sure you do that. So if you can leave me a little comment here, we got a couple people who still haven't funded, who are right on the cusp. So we got to get them going on. We've got a lot of little things going on. So that's that. Sorry, people are messaging me, so I'm responding. But I think that's it. I need some comments, guys. Come on. I see some people watching. Give me some comments. Let me know you're here. Let me know if the comments are working. I have to test it myself. All right, I'll test it myself. Let's see. Test. All right. You want to come on again next week? I don't know if I'll do one next week, Kurt. Next week I am going to New Hampshire, so I may not do one next week. I only do them when I'm live, and I'm not going to be live. All right, we got some people commenting. We got that. We don't know if YouTube's working, but I'm sure it is. So first up here, we're going to have my good friend Tom Hutchinson. How are you, good sir?
What's going on, man? What's going on?
You don't even have a book launch for another 2 days.
Yeah, I know. I'm 2 days early. 2 days early. That's why it's like I was like, yeah, I'm sure. I thought you were coming on at 9, so that's why I messaged you. I was like, oh, where's the stream? Am I missing it? And then Travis is like, no, just come in. And I'm like, you got people. You're fine. You know, I'll come in. I'm like the kid from Jaws, right? Like when they got caught with the fin. He made me do it. He made me. So here I am.
Tom, I don't like any of these people. Like they can't hear me in the background, so it's safe. Like
sure, yeah.
Like
that's how this works. Yeah, that's how it works.
Like, yeah. They can't hear me. There's nothing that I'm saying they can't hear me in the background. So I don't like any of them. Like I'll be honest, like zero. So like I don't even know why they're here. Like
right. So probably Pat Shand is back there.
There's some people back there. I mean, do I even have to bring them up? Can they just sit back there? Like how
they can just watch us? I mean, it's your, like you said, it's your show. You do what you want to do.
It's my show. I'll do it. All right. Well, I like this guy. So this guy, I didn't even know I knew. This Brian Lovell. So this guy has worked for Marvel and DC. I didn't even. They were like, you know him. You buy his books. And I was like, I do not know him. I would know him. And sure enough, I buy your books. Hi, Brian. How are you?
Hi. I think we're getting to know each other now, so it works out.
I'm excited. I only like you. All the other guys are jerks. Even Tom. Like what I said before.
I've been saying this forever now.
So welcome to the show. I read this book. Kurt's a really good friend of mine. We collaborated on a whole bunch of stuff. I read this book. It's fantastic. I love it.
Oh, great. Thanks. I did not expect you to say you read it, so I really appreciate that.
Yeah, I did. Kurt sent me a preview copy. I think I gave him a pull quote. I don't know. Who knows?
Well, if you did, he did not post it in the chat, in the Kickstarter chat yet. So
thanks, Kurt.
He blew it.
Whatever. He's watching.
So he can ream in his ass.
Well, let's see what else we got. So this is a rare occurrence, Tom. I don't know if have you ever seen Scott Harris King on my show?
I'm not sure.
So now, normally Scott just lays in bed, like does not take it seriously, but he came prepared today. Look at him. He's all dressed up. I think he's standing. I think he's like
upright. Yeah.
Yeah. He's in it today. And he thought like by standing, like I would not make fun of him. Look, he's fully in. No, that because you did it the other time, you still get made fun of, my friend.
No, it's fine. Depending on how this goes, I may be laying down by the end of it. I might be back on the couch of solitude.
I'm excited. I'm excited to see how it goes. We also have series regular. Sean Wood has become a series regular. How are you, Sean?
Good, Travis. Thanks for having me again. I
want to let you know that Sean tells me he doesn't need to come every week, and I tell him he should come every week.
I appreciate the support.
So, Jeff just said he backed Brian. Nice.
Hey,
nice.
Thank you.
Didn't wait to the show so I could get credit, Jeff, but that's fine. Thank you, Jeff. All right, the other one here. So I've got someone. Remember, so for people back, I'm gonna wait. Hold on, I'll wait for that. Next up, I've got Jack Egan. Is that how I say it? Is it?
Yeah.
Look at that. That's not hard.
Egan, yes, Egan.
So hold on, I gotta make you big real quick because we gotta see what's going on in your background there. Like, is it?
Oh, that's not that fancy.
What we do is it cooler than Sean's? Because Sean has a great background. Let's make Sean big. Sean's got a great background. He's got some cool stuff back there. So
Yeah.
what? Let's see what do you got there? It all glows, so it's not that bad.
Yeah, I mean, let's see. You got Yoda over there.
All right.
You got sort of a whole space in that bluish purple area. That's all Juggernaut stuff
Okay.
and Sinister. And then the other way, you've got a whole bunch of Bane stuff, signed comics, and the Max. I don't know if you know the Max. It was a comic series, also Liquid Television MTV animated series.
Oh, Jack. If it's a comic, I know it. Whether or not I've read it or anything, trust me, I know it. I am well versed.
Yeah, just a few. I mean, yeah.
I like the Max.
Don't look at the stuff behind me. It's just proof that I'm a
Not.
total nerd.
We've got Jeff Haas.
Hello.
It's the first time he's coming for himself. He normally has like 4,000 clients that need to come, but today he's going to represent himself. I'm proud of you, Jeff.
Thank
Big day.
you.
It's a big day.
I launched my product 2 hours ago. This is a huge day for me.
And I've got my friend Dean Page, who I don't see him, so I'm a little scared. So here's my joke from earlier. I warn people that sometimes, one time I had porn. Dean does not show his face. He's just showing his shiny face, so he could be porn. So, Dean, are you porn?
No. Is my camera not working? Let me see if I can get that fixed.
I mean, the smiley face is fine. I mean, that's how I see you most of the time as an icon anyways on the internet. So
Camera. Oh,
It's porn.
he's gone. He's gone right for it. All right. Oh, look at that. Jeff is going crazy here. Jack. All right. He's again. Jeff doesn't know how the show works. He's
I do
ruining
not.
all the straight up getting. No, you're good. Don't worry. So here's what we do for those in the audience. We have a great audience, by the way. Lots of people chiming in. What's up, Totally Excellent? Jeff Haas is talking here. We got John Westhoff is awake. He has a campaign live right now. Do you want to send the link, John? We can share it out. Dean is having some problems, but here's what I do. I'm going to go around the room. I'm going to talk about your campaigns. I'm going to get you likes, shares, and back. I'm going to write down some numbers, and I'm going to make those numbers happen because I'm going to use the power of the internet and make that happen, which is what happens. I have a decent fan base of people who, if I tell them to back something, they do, which is cool. I like that. Matt Nick is in the house. Hey, Matt, how are you? Matt Nick, 1983. You know, you ever see someone who has their like birthday year? You're like, you're giving me one piece of information that I need to steal your identity. No, nobody feels that by me. Nobody wants to steal people's identity.
Maybe that's just
me?
his favorite year for movies. It doesn't necessarily have to be when he was born.
It was
It'd be
when it
like,
was-
I love 1983. It was such a great, year for things.
Big
Yeah,
Oscar
what happened in 1983, Tom?
I don't know, but he must.
like he
Loving this group. Okay, awesome. Matt, I need to know if 1983 is your birthday or it's a year that is near and dear to your heart.
I mean, I know Krull happened in 1983, so that's a pretty good reason to like 1983.
That's
Drum
Tony
roll,
Scott
year I
right
was
there.
born.
Ah, boo.
Boy, Travis.
Should have been Krull. Well, you were born in the same year as Krull, so it's still Krull's birthday too.
All right, so can I get that pre-launch link? You got a pre-launch, Tom?
Yeah.
Yeah, send that in the chat. So I'm going to go through everybody. We're going to talk about their book. We're going to start out with Brian because Brian was here first. See on CNI. We're going to move him around. Brian,
Hey,
you do all sorts of cool stuff. You work with my friend Kurt, and you have a dope book on Kickstarter. Tell us about it and tell people who you are because I was not aware that I knew about you until last week. So I think other people may be in the same boat. I buy a lot of your books because I buy basically everything Marvel. So.
Well, my name is Brian Level. I'm generally known as a comic book artist, working for Marvel and DC. Like I worked on Poison Ivy, like in 2022. We won a GLAAD award, and Batman versus Bigby. I did that whole series, like that Fables crossover, a bunch of stuff from Marvel, like Absolute Carnage tie-ins and Thanos Legacy and stuff like that. So that might be where you know me from. I've also written some stuff. I did a graphic novel at Oni called Silk Hills, and a series at IDW called Chained to the Grave. So I get around a bit. I just did Night People that just came out from Oni Press as well. I drew that. But The Unsleeping Eye is Curtain Eye's book, and it's kind of unpublishable in any traditional terms. It's extremely violent horror book, but it's also kind of built like a newspaper a little bit. So like we kind of have this odd sort of town called Mercurial that gets besieged and invaded by these strange sort of semi-humanoid people, monster ghouls, things called the Oddfellows, that just kind of move in. Sometimes they kill, sometimes they destroy, but sometimes they just kind of take over your house. And it's an extremely chaotic world, but some of the citizens of this town have decided to kind of take up residence in this old historical monument that's a lighthouse at the edge of town, to kind of like devise a way to kind of fight back against this darkness. And in the basement of the place is an old printing press, so they decide, well, we're just going to make a newspaper. So they start making this newspaper, but also find there's some mystical properties with the things that they found inside of this spot. We don't go heavy into all the details of that right away. We're going to kind of slowly unfold that curtain. I have a multi-year sort of plan on this thing. But so the way we try to structure it to not like drag you out is that we're doing these very short, very punchy horror stories that are often really dramatic, sometimes really funny. And the first one's called The Looky-Loos of Franklin Avenue, which is about a family that's just being terrorized every single night by these things and just banging on the windows and stuff like that, but never hurting anyone. And the family has no idea why. So the eyes show up to kind of investigate, like, what's going on with this house, and why won't this poor family be left alone by these strange Oddfellows who are becoming increasingly more frightening and potentially dangerous. So what we kind of have is just studying this family and studying these eyes and getting a little bit of this weird world and some sequences of ultraviolence in the process.
Yeah, I really love this book. I think you really utilized Kurt's strength in this book, which is really, really good. The lettering is really fits with kind of Kurt's chaotic style. So I love it. Highly recommend it.
Thanks.
It's a lot of fun. And last week, people love these covers, these paper covers.
They were super fun. It kind of made sense because, like you pick up a newspaper and you fold the bottom out, and I was like, well, why can't we do that with the comic book? So, they also have like custom, like there's articles on them, like in each variant kind of has different, well, the cover A and B are like the same with different art, and then C and D are completely different articles. So it starts to fill out the world. You have a good feel of like what the hell this town of Mercurial is. And it gives you just like extra bits. It's not required, you know what I mean? So I don't want people to feel like they've got to spend a ton of money to have the story make sense, but everything kind of, it fills in some of these blanks for you so you can kind of maybe have a little bit more of this puzzle solved for yourself.
Nice. All right, so I have you at $4,221 with 130 backers. I'm going to get you at least one backer tonight because we're still going to get you to 131. Jeff already said he backed you, so you already had one even before this. And I think we're going to get you to 4,241. That's our goal, Brian. So I've written.
Great, thank you.
Here's what I do. I write it down on my piece of paper. We'll come back to it a little later. I'm going to share it out so everybody knows about this book. See if we got any comments. What's crack-a-lackin', Sean says. Gents. He calls us gents. That's nice. Having a good beard night on tonight. Appreciate everybody bringing their best beards.
I work 41.
Wow, no joke. It is the beard night, isn't it? Wow. Spectacular. Spectacular.
And we have Dean. Dean has a face. Hey, Dean.
I do have a face. How's it going?
Good.
It's nice to meet all of y'all. Seeing y'all around on the internet.
On the interwebs. See, you have this couch in the background. Scott's just thinking about his couch. He's just looking at it fondly.
It looks like a good couch.
It looks like a good couch.
Many a nap.
Jack's yawning. Like, this couch is causing a problem.
Yeah, come on now.
All right, Scott, we're going to get you up here next because if I'm not mistaken, you were like $20 from funding, right?
I think I might have hit it while we were getting set up, but
Okay. All right,
it's
let's
been
check.
real close.
Let's check. And you're in the last 24 hours, right?
Yes, 24 hours and 41 minutes right now. I end at 11 o'clock tomorrow night.
All right. All right, you just hit it, but you need a little extra because, things are going to fall off. So tell us again about the quest, my friend.
Sure. And yeah, just real quick, last issue, I hit at almost the exact same point, 24 hours left. And I was like, ooh, last day bump. And then the last day I actually lost money over the last 24 hours. So,
okay. So
yeah,
we're
going to see what we can do. Yeah. So Quest is an epic fantasy, sort of sword and sorcery adventure. It's sort of my love letter to like Bronze Age stuff like Dungeons and Dragons and Conan, Red Sonja, the Warlord, all the stuff that I liked when I was a kid growing up in the 80s and the 70s. And it's basically a ragtag party of adventurers are thrown together by fate, and they're charged with an impossible quest to save their doomed world. Mm-hmm. And as you can see, this is issue 3. We got a bunch of variant covers. I like to do my covers sort of in series of covers. So every issue I'll have a set of variants for people to get. And then the other thing that I do is we've got the RPG editions, which the ones that look like the Dungeons and Dragons modules, and those have 8 pages of bonus material in each issue. That's gaming material with like D&D rules for the world. So the class rules, the monster rules, and a mini module in each adventure. So when you finish reading the comic, you can play through the story from the comic in your own home game if you're into D&D. And so that's been really popular. Yeah, I'm really excited to do this. It's sort of like I always really loved fantasy. Growing up, like when I started reading comics, I didn't actually start with superheroes. I started by reading things like Warlord and Conan and Red Sonja. That's how I got into comics. So this is sort of like a full circle moment for me to be able to do this comic.
Yeah, I mean, I love like this panel right here. It looks so great with the flats. I know you're a big flats lover, so it looks so good.
Yeah, and as I've mentioned before, like I'm colorblind, so I think that's why I'm drawn to the bright colors in comics. I prefer the flat colors to modern coloring, because a lot of times for me, I can't actually see the nuances in the modern coloring. It just turns into sort of a muddy mess for me. So I like the flats with the high contrast colors and stuff, so I can really see the classic old school comic book look from like the 70s and 80s. It's kind of how I want my stuff to feel.
All right. Well, we're going to try to get you a backer tonight. You're at 3,353 with 130. Much like Brown, I'm going to try to get you 131 and 3,373. That's our goal tonight.
Awesome. Thank you. And I see Jeff back. Thank you, Jeff. I really appreciate it.
Nice. Thank you. Jeff's going crazy tonight.
Trying to support what I can afford.
We appreciate it. We appreciate it. We all appreciate it. Let me share this out in the comments. Brian, yours went out. All right, Brian's went out. Make sure this goes out, and then we are next. Next up, we're going to talk to Tom. Tom, so you did a small one that was a week.
Yes.
Which was like last week or 2 weeks ago, right?
Yeah, it was. Oh, actually, it's been about a month now. It was right at the end of February, so it's been 3 weeks or so. But yeah, we did a little in between one. We had Critter in January, which got our year started, and we're focusing on Critter all year long. So even the little short one was a what we call an expansion pack for the Critterverse. We took one of her villains called Iron Butterfly and did a little sort of origin story with her that only lasted a week long. And now we're back to the main series with issue 23, which will be on this Saturday.
Nice.
So yeah, we just have our launch page here, guys, or whatever they call these things, sign up pages. We just got this done. I don't put a lot of like worry into these sign up pages. We've launched campaigns with no followers before. We've launched them with 100 followers before, and our first days all tend to be the same anyway. So you know, we.
But here's the thing. Here's what I feel about it. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of us here. 7 of us can do it. So shouldn't be a problem. So we're going to try to get you to, let's go 20. I think we can get you to 20.
Yeah, Jeff's already kicked in there. So yeah, if you guys, this will be our regular 3-week campaign, as opposed to our little ones. So it launches Saturday, noon Eastern time. We'll have a little live show here on Facebook. We're going to try and see if we can get some of the artists to come hang out with us as well. But generally, we go on for about an hour and a half, and just kind of ease into that first hour. See if we can get it funded in the first hour, which we normally do, and then we, kind of let people have the rest of their day before we come back in the evening and do another live show and catch everybody up to where we are on day one. There are day one exclusives as well that we do. That you can buy, like exclusives to buy. And then there's also day one, just bonus items, right? So everybody does like trading cards and stickers and stuff for stretch goals, and we do that as well. But on day one, we've been doing now for these 2 critter campaigns in a row, we do this little mock-up Wizard magazine from like in the olden days of Wizard. Yeah. We did one for Critter, we did one for Iron Butterfly, and there'll be another one for this campaign. So everybody that is a backer in the first day, the first basically 12 hours, 12 to 12, will get a free card just automatically. It's not a stretch goal. You back, you get the card, and it'll be part of a set that we do all year long as well. So we've got that little, bonus item if you're into the trading card collecting. We'll have those available for you too.
Nice, that's nice. And this is a big deal, right? So this Critter hasn't been out in how long?
This is a brand new. We're working now on volume 6. So we've done 5 volumes. All 5 volumes, incidentally, are available on the campaign, like trade paperbacks. And this is going to be wrapping up volume 6. So we're going to do issue 23 and 24 this year, and then issue 25 will be January, which starts our 15-year anniversary for the company next year. So we're going to kind of push Critter out just a little bit past where we normally would do it and use it to launch our 15-year anniversary in January. But then that issue, that'll be issue 25. That'll wrap up volume 6 of the series that we're doing. And then next year, we'll have our 15-year anniversary. We'll be bringing Penny for Your Soul back, doing a couple of other special things. And then in 2026, we're diving all the way back into Critter to do volume 7 and really expand the Critterverse in a way that it was sort of meant to always be. And we've got some amazing plans that I'm crazy excited. I'm really excited about our 15-year anniversary next year, but Critter was the first book that I ever wrote. And people ask me all the time, like, what's the favorite thing that you write? And I'm like, it's Critter, man. I mean, I am a superhero guy. I've always loved superheroes. And so when I learned, like, how do I make comics? Like, it was just natural for me to start with a superhero. And now here we are, 6 volumes and working on volume 7 soon. So yeah, thanks, Sean.
No, that's awesome. I'm super excited about it. And just appeared in stores, right? That just Critter #1 for Antarctic.
Yes, Antarctic Press is now republishing the series. Issue 1 came out a few weeks ago. Issue 2 should be out probably the end of this month, and issue 3 is in previews to order right now. Nice. So it's sort of as the issue comes out, you can also order the next one. So it's a nice, it's got a nice bit of spacing there.
Nice. All right. So next up, we got Sean. Sean, I don't really want to help your campaign. And I know it sounds negative. It sounds negative, but I really like the 69 there. Like, I know it makes me a child.
Been there all day.
Like, if I get you another backer, it's really going to mess up this beautiful thing here. So is there a way to
yeah, but you could get another backer for like $60. No, for $30, and then you'll have $18.69. So we need one backer for $30.
I could also get rid of my pledge to make it stay at 69 so we could get you a pledge and then bring you to where you need to go. What do you think, Sean? What do you
I don't think that's a good idea. Makes me nervous.
All right, Sean, tell us about The Fog Within. This is a great book. I'm shocked that it's not funded. Tell everyone about it.
It's getting there. Every day it's getting closer. But so The Fog Within, it's on issue 2. Basically, in the first issue, there's a catastrophic event in the present. A couple days later, you find out Hunter, the main character, is running through a fog, and he ends up 26 years in the future. From this event that happened in the present, the government basically gave up on the town of Brooks, walled up everybody because from this event there's an infection, and they don't know what is happening, what's going on with this. There's in the future there's this ruling regime that just takes everything from the citizens. There's rebels involved now trying to take it back, and they know that Hunter is coming through this fog, supposed to save them. And he knows nothing about this, and he's learning about what's going on. And these rebels, they kick some butt, and they know how to take on the soldiers called the Swarm that this regime has in place.
Nice. I was thinking the other day because you were struggling with a name in the not a name, like a analysis because you came up with a G.I. Joe and X-Men, right?
Yeah.
The other one that I thought of that's a really good analogy for your book too. It kind of reads like The Stand. Have you ever read The Stand or watched the movie?
Yeah. Okay.
You've got characters who they don't really know their purpose in it, but they know they're part of something bigger.
Yeah. No, I like that.
I can see that. All right, so you have 1,839 and 69 backers. We're gonna get you to 70 and ruin everything good in the world. We're gonna get you 1859.
There it is.
I'd like
Boom.
if you can. So it's already ruined. Look at that.
Was that Jeff? Yep, it was Jeff.
It was already Jeff. It was Jeff.
Thank you, Jeff.
Jeff's a good guy. All right, see, you're already done. Send you home. Honestly, I can't wait to get Sean's book. I backed it last week. Nice.
Appreciate that,
awesome. Sean likes Sean's book. I feel he's biased, but that's fine.
Sean did unite.
Sean said Sean gave an awesome presentation about Fog Within on Saturday for the Lethan Cobb show.
Yep. Appreciate it, Lethan.
Shout out your show, Lethan. So
it was IndieCon at the local library. It was really cool.
Look at Henri's here.
What's up, everybody?
You put your kids to bed. I'm so proud of you.
Oh, thanks. I appreciate it. What's up, Tom? How you doing?
Oh no,
dude?
this guy. What?
Sorry. You guys smell the fresh scent of poop? It's on the party pooper.
Well, we got to get Jack on because Jack's been tired, so I got to get Jack excited again.
It's nobody's fault but my own.
He's got an issue of Max behind him, so I don't know how he can't be excited. I mean, he doesn't talk, and he's got little knives for hands, and he's got a weird chick that hangs out with him. Like, what's not to love?
Yeah, how's it going?
Good. I mean, I was more of a Pitt guy, but that's fine.
Yeah, no, I mean, Pitt's awesome too. There's a lot more room here. I just don't want to. I don't want to do the 360. It's too much. But there's some Pitt stuff. I'm not gonna lie. There's also like a wall to Nightbreed. I don't know if there's any Nightbreed fans in here.
Oh, hell yeah.
There's like a whole wall for that.
The Marvel character or the
Clive
vampire book?
The Clive Barker, yeah.
Okay, Clive Barker.
The movie, the comics, the toys, the VHS.
1983, Travis. We're back to 1983.
I got my Magneto shrine over there. I can.
Yes.
Did you see X-Men 97 by the way this week?
Yeah.
Of course.
Oh, I haven't seen the most recent, so don't say anything.
It's great.
I'll make me big.
There's a whole X-Men section too.
Yeah. I've been reading a lot of X-Men lately, and I've started reading the current Wolverine run. It's
good. I've been reading it for a while. I enjoyed that one actually.
Yeah, that issue. There's like a recent issue where like Sabretooth killed X-23 and Daken and spelled out "Happy Birthday" with their limbs.
Yeah.
Well, that's what he does. Sabretooth has always celebrated Wolverine's birthday in dynamic and special fashions.
Yeah, it's true.
So Blue Ghost, let's throw it on. So you show us all these really cool non-manga stuff, and then you're making a manga. What's up? What's going on here?
What's up? It's true. No, so I run WTF Comics. So I didn't write this particular book. I didn't draw this particular book, but my company is bringing this particular book to the United States and English readers. So Blue, we've got titles from all over the world. I'm a writer also, but in this particular one, we're translating. I think now it's in 6 languages. Like when we first met Paulo, the creator, I think it was only in the native Portuguese from Brazil, and now it's like Italy. I think I was seeing Holland is translated. It's like in Italian. It's in Spanish, and yeah. So we're bringing it to the U.S. It's a really fun. Like if you guys like anime and manga and that whole like. It was funny actually because I had never put this together in my own head. I just really liked the book. I've read it over and over, and I helped with the English translation, like getting it correct. But he made a comment somewhere where he was like, "It's different from the Power Rangers because blah blah blah." And I just thought like I never compared this to the Power Rangers, but there are like multiple ghosts. There's blue ghost, green ghost, white ghost, pink ghost, and it goes on, and you'll eventually get to meet them all. But it's very much like there's a teenage girl who's got problems. She's always getting in trouble, and she's trying to do the right thing and stumbles into something and ends up gifted like armor basically that gives her powers, and she has to protect the cosmos. It's awesome. But there's actually 2 books. You also can get Gengar's Combat, which is another book by the same creator, Paulo. But it's this girl's basically paralyzed. And then she uses a sort of mech armor that allows her to control larger mech suits and battle suits and things like that. And it's wicked fun. And honestly, we had that one. It's a shorter book, and we just decided to kind of combine them together since he made both of them. And it's been a fun little like we're doing 6 Kickstarters hopefully this year, or we built 6 at least. And
Nice.
we're trying to diversify right now and do more like 50-50 manga, 50% comic books.
So you don't. I don't see a page count here. What's the page count of this? Because manga can be anything. It can be 700 pages or 4.
There should be a page count. Yeah, it's like 70.
Here.
Yeah, it's 76 pages. There's 4 chapters plus a bonus chapter. We actually get to meet the Green Ghost, which is there's just like bonus stuff on bonus stuff. I got bored and started adding things, so we're giving away some buttons with this project. And the whole point of the project, honestly, is just to support the team because it's taken them years. He's had artists, the original artist of Gengar's Combat died during COVID, which delayed his ability to finish it, which is why it's a shorter book. He didn't really want to continue, beyond what he and his best friend had kind of planned. And then with Blue Ghost, it's the same thing. He had like people getting sick, artists that ghosted him, not trying to be funny, but who just disappeared on him. Somebody took his money. They like took a bunch of his budget for the book and then just disappeared on him. And so they finally like got the book done, and it's amazing. And now he's got a really good core team prepared to put out a bunch of books, and it's blowing up everywhere except the U.S. because it's not in English. So we're just happy to be a part of it and to bring it here and support what these guys are doing. Brazil's putting out a lot of amazing stuff right now, especially if you're into manga. So yeah, it's a good project. It's good people. It's one of the big things on our end is that we're about supporting creative people, that we think are really talented and don't necessarily get the same shake as everybody else. So we step in and we build the Kickstarters and run it for them and do all that stuff.
I mean, it's such a good value, right? I assume this is manga size.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, $25 for 76 pages is a good deal.
Yeah, actually, you get 2 books, so you're getting more than that. You're getting 100 pages of story or whatever, plus at $25 you get a poster, buttons, and stickers and bookmarks and all that. And I might even throw a trading card in there. We like doing trading cards too. Someone's talking about trading cards earlier, and I was like, yeah.
Well, let's try to get you. You're at 654 right now with 22 backers with 14 days to go. Let's see if we can get you another backer tonight.
Everything we get goes to the creator, so to the artist.
Nice. Let's get this shared out for anybody who likes us. We got some comments here. Sup, folks? Stokes is saying hi. He also says Nightbreed is hot. Was awesome.
What's up, Javon? How you doing, dude?
Javon Stokes. We hung out with him in Orlando.
Yeah.
Mega.
What? I've seen Javon many times at different conventions. He's hitting the scene hard.
Well, we can't all go to a convention every weekend like you.
Oh,
Henri.
You kidding me? Every weekend? Ew.
Actually, you're
I
slowing
can't even
down.
get into them. I can't even get into them. Like I'm like blacklisted at like half of these cons now. They're like got too big. They're like too big now. And like
Too big for
every
you?
show has gotten more expensive to do. I'm doing like maybe about 12, 15 shows this year, and that's it. I can't do more than that.
So, Jeff,
Yes.
your time. You just launched.
Yes, I did.
Jeff messages me with Jeff. I have a couple different shows. This is one of them. That's easy access. I have different ones. Jeff's always messaging me. I can never get his guys in, but today I can get Jeff in. So it's an exciting day. I think he's confused that he's here. He doesn't trust it. But you are here. What do you got? This just launched.
This launched 2 hours and 40 minutes ago. The end of all terminus, the second issue. The first one back last year. So I have the second one coming up. It's a epic sci-fi story, sort of a little bit of Star Trek, a little bit of Aliens, a little bit of Battlestar Galactica. Basically, the story is the universe is dying. It's being torn apart by expanding dark energy, and the last 7 sentients in the universe board the spaceship, the Terminus, and are trying to escape the universe to safety. And because these 7 species don't necessarily get along, the question is who will survive to actually escape. And there'll be a huge number of deaths, including second issue where there's ends on a major character death already, and that's going to set the stage for what comes after.
Nice. All right. So can I give you some advice, Jeff?
Sure.
So the first thing is I would change this top right here to 1 and 2 because you offer 1 and 2 in this campaign.
Okay.
And I think that helps because a lot of people don't want to jump in on an issue 2.
Okay.
So that is some advice, and then show some, cover from issue 1. Show it in here as well.
All right. I'll definitely add that to the campaign for tomorrow when I'm more awake.
Yeah. No issues. That was my advice, and obviously more page stuff. But that sounds cool. Looks fun. Did you fund the last one on Kickstarter last year?
Yeah, the last one funded. So it actually did quite well. So I'm kind of fingers crossed that this one does as well. And move on to my third one. Like I said, it's going to be 24 interior pages. If you buy the issue now, it's $7 and then $5 for shipping. So it's $12 total. What it would cost to back it. After that, there's 6 different covers. You can get all 6 covers for I think $30-something. There's also one. There's a Star Wars homage cover. There's some great covers by Brad Shipp, and if you Bigfoot Knows Karate, Dan Price did a mashup with his character and my character on the cover.
I love Dan Price. He's awesome. He's
yeah, that's the Dan Price variant right there.
No, I'm gonna be that backer right now. We're gonna get you that one backer. I'm gonna pick up that Dan Price cover.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Yeah, dude. And you know what? I will say to piggyback on what Travis said, I think he gave you really good. That was really sound advice because you want to bring as many backers to what you're doing as possible. But I definitely want to. I love Dan Price, so I got your back, dude.
Yeah. So put 1 and 2, and you said put in the first issue covers. You said as well.
Yep.
Yeah, I would put in just show them in the you have all these nice covers that you only see on the side here. I would put them in the thing, man.
Okay. Totally. Yeah, I totally. I can totally add that, or I'll have someone else add that who can handle Kickstarter better than I do. They'll put it.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, let's see these covers. I mean, especially all these cool things. You only see a little bit of it on the side. I think the Star Wars people will buy Star Wars homages just because they're Star Wars homages. They won't even care about your book. No offense. I mean,
if someone wants to back, I don't care what the reason is for their backing. I'll no matter what. It's I don't care if they're backing it's because they think the name is funny. I don't care what it is. Back it, and I'm good with the reasoning behind it.
Nice.
So I'll add that if you go on my Facebook, I've been posting a lot of the covers, so you'll see the homage cover to Star Wars, the Brad Shipp covers. Chris Michael from Crit is doing a cover as well. That's not quite ready yet. It's going to be ready probably the next few days. He does, like I said, he does crit. He also set up my page for me, so I'll have him add to it as well. Oh, thank you for backing it so much.
Yeah,
Absolutely, dude. Rock on, man.
You already got one. We'll
You
keep
got
going.
one. You're a quarter of the way there. You
I
got
appreciate it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's gonna be a great story. It's kind of like I said, it's like Star Trek as far as I do try to elevate the story. It's thought provoking. There's also tons of action. The second issue is definitely alien vibes to it because they're on the planet of darkness. There's tons of these very hostile aliens that are coming after them. So it's high octane story for the second issue. And then the third one, we kind of start going to a little bit of the backstory a little bit more. I think it'd be a lot of fun.
Nice. I'm excited about it. So we'll come back to it in a little bit. We're gonna try to get you. I was gonna try to get you 11 backers, but Henri messed up my whole numbers here, so now I got to get you two. I'm gonna try to get you 269.
I'll take that 269. Or if we get into 69 backers, that'd be fantastic to make Travis happy for what happened.
Right.
The thing with Jackie,
Right.
we get back to 69.
Yeah,
See,
I'm,
Sean, he's
I'm gonna
not.
be back in this one. I'm gonna get 1 and 2.
Jeff
good.
is not gonna be slacking behind. So Dean, what do you got for us back here, brother?
I got a. What's that? Oh, I got
You
a
got
book
something?
called.
Just hang out. You can hang out. Like we like people hanging out.
Yeah, I just wasn't sure what to do on a Thursday night. No, I'm just kidding. I got a book called Jake Sunrise: The Return of Jake Sunrise.
I've heard of it.
Yeah.
I've heard of it.
Let me
Is
find
it
you
live?
the link. Yeah. We started on the full moon last Monday. Let me see.
And you're ending on the eclipse. Epic.
Is that what's going on that day?
No, I've just made it.
Oh, it
I know
ends
we have
on
an eclipse
420.
ending in
It ends on
the next
420.
couple of days.
And the world ends.
I put it to a date I could remember, so I got it set up for 420. That's when it should end. It's a Weird West story where the main character is a werewolf, and it's about him he's a bounty hunter, but it's sort of about him trying to find, I guess, a better purpose and kind of figure out who he is. But each story is drawn by a different artist. So it's sort of an anthology. It's got the same colorist, same letterer, same flatter. I got the whole team. But each issue has different art. So issue 1 was done by a guy who based out of, I think he's in Indonesia. And then 2, they're from Vietnam, DAC. They're pretty awesome. Yeah, see, that's my steady crew. Same editor. If anyone knows Lee Berg, he gets around. I'm sure some people might know him. And I tried to do a story where you're seeing the character from other people's points of view. So he's not always consistent because it's how other people see him rather than who he actually is. And the protagonist doesn't talk either. So that kind of adds to the whole, the reader having to see it from someone else's point of view.
Nice. It looks great. You've got some great covers in here. I still haven't hired this guy. I have no idea
Irvin.
why. Irvin, he's very affordable. And does great covers. So I don't know why I haven't hired him yet. I've yet to figure that out.
I was looking at that guy's stuff today too. I've been
Tom,
friends with him for a
why
long
haven't we
time, and
hired
I'm
him?
like, oh yeah, I remember this stuff.
Oh, he's fantastic. He does like my art covers, and then I do. So I print 100 copies black and white. I do 50 or 100 copies color, and I do 50 with a cover by the interior artist, and then I do 50 by Irwin. So the black and whites, I do kind of like a wood paper pulp overlay on the inside to try to make it feel more old school. And the cover is printed so it looks like it's bent at the edges. And I have a little not authorized by the comic code symbol on there. And so depending on what people like, because I know some people actually just prefer to see lines. And when it's all done, I'm hoping to put it together in like an anthology collection of all 6 books. So I'm on issue 4 right now. We just finished that.
And you don't need any, because it's anthology style, right? You don't need anything for the other ones. Obviously you can buy the other ones, but you don't need
right. And another big challenge that I took on myself was to write each one as a self-contained story. So if you just happen to like a particular artist, you can pick up that book. If you're not into the other ones, you don't have to pick those up. You know, and each one's self-contained. It has its own story, and it doesn't, you know, require you to know anything else about what's going on.
You got some support.
Oh
right there.
yeah, BMD Nerd is an awesome supporter. Huge fan.
Nice.
Of I've been reading through. Is it at BMD? Are you the one? I think it's you. I was just reading them today. I feel like you're the author. You do reviews, right?
Yes, he's got reviews, and he owns some website. I don't remember what it does, but
fantastic reviews. I'm gonna start using pull quotes from it. I was like, ooh, and I love reading. When I find someone that sees it, you know, differently than not differently than I do, but sees it as, you know, a reader instead of the writer. I love seeing that because then I learn more about myself and my story and that sort of thing. It's really nice.
Nice. All right. So you were at 5:39:22, but somebody has messed it up, Jeff.
Thanks, Jeff.
But we're going to try to get you some more backers. So we're going to try to get you to 24 because Jeff messed it up. Jeff doing nice things for people. How dare you?
Right. For now.
Yeah, so this is one I did it in November and it failed. So I had it set at 1,000. So I just set it lower. I was like, you know, I'm gonna run it again. So if anyone's out there and, you know, you have a Kickstarter that fails, you know, give it a couple months and just try again, see what happens.
Nice. So we're funded. We'll see where we go. We've got it. I think we're good. Yeah, he said yes. I did the reviews. Good Westerns. Nice.
Thanks.
All right. My boy Henri's here. Henri, can you send me the link in the private chat?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Sorry. My bad.
Can you get your shit together, man? Come on.
I know. I just got off a 2-hour live stream.
And how,
you know how that is.
Are you rich? What? Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
What's the most you've made on one of your live shows?
I don't know. It just depends. I mean, like,
I just want to know the big number. I want to go be like one time.
I mean, I had one. It depends on what I'm selling. I mean, Tom can tell you as well as I do. It's like, it's not like and it depends what you're selling. Like one time I sold like 3 slabs on a show and I made $800. And most of the time I'm selling $2 comics. You know, like it just depends. And sometimes it's not even the sale doesn't even come on the air. It comes like afterwards. Someone will message me and be like, hey, I want those slabs. Like I got, and I don't go out buying slabs anymore. I stay away from like expensive books. So, you know, I just do enough to get by and to have fun doing it. And, you know, like Tom has taught me a lot about this stuff. Like, you know, we're both Midwest guys and, you know, he's come out to certain cons and stuff. He's helped me like, you know, find good places to buy stuff. And, you know, it's like, it's kind of like a dealers like, friend community thing, I guess.
Just say you're my Padawan and get over it. You know.
Yes, there you go. There you go.
The real question, Tom, is can you answer that question? What's the highest you've done? Do you know?
Yeah, we did. We had our peak ever show was $2,500. But on the average, we probably do 500, 600 on the average, something like that.
Okay.
But it does very much depend on, you know, if I go out and buy a new collection and you got fresh stuff, you can move through it really quickly. And, you know, again, it depends on what you've got in the collection, but, yeah, you can do well if you've got time to build an audience, so that they know you're doing it, which is the key. Or if you can become a part of a network that does it, that's part of the key. You know, you can do pretty well if you're good at buying.
Good at buying and good at flipping too.
Yeah, you got to learn how to flip too.
You got to flip it, and sometimes people like you come across those books that you want to hold on to, but like you got to let them go. You know. So yeah, I got a Kickstarter right now.
Yeah, what's going on? What's this? This doesn't have any lions on it.
No, it doesn't. Yeah, it's about my grandfather's life. And during World War II, he was a Russian Jewish soldier who fought the Nazis. And we had J.M. DeMatteis come on board as the editor for the book. And we had there's a bunch of guys from the '90s who did the coloring on this. We had Ben DeMagmalou, who was the colorist on League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. Canilla Tripp, who was an art manager over at Marvel. It's based in Hawaii. Who else do we have? Nick Bell. Nick Bell was doing a lot of colors at CrossGen, and he actually did some illustrative work for us. Ed Dukeshire, very well-known letterer. He lettered the book. And we got a new cover by Fabrice Sapolsky, the guy who co-created Spider-Man Noir, and is also the publisher of Fair Square Comics. So we got a cool new cover here. I added some extra stuff in this edition of the book, and we remastered the files, and this is the first time I'm giving it a Kickstarter campaign. And I really just wanted to keep this campaign simple in the sense that there's not a lot of different rewards. I just want you to have the book. So we got a deal where if you if you pledge at 15, you get the digital edition. 25 gets you the physical edition, and that includes the shipping cost and everything within the United States. And if you give us $30, then you get the digital and the physical. And we're just keeping it straight on point with the book. There's no Warlion in here. There's no Isam Shin in here. We're just keeping it to one title right now.
Nice. And I've seen. I own this book. I bought it with my stack.
Oh, awesome.
At
and MegaCon, right?
Yeah, MegaCon a couple years ago. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
But,
I'm a lot happier with that cover now. This cover.
Yeah, I like this a lot. I like this. This speaks to me a lot more.
Yeah, I had a really hard time with it. When you're doing something so personal, it's hard to step back and do what's best for the book sometimes. And Fabrice really took the bull by the horns there, and he just gave me a good color with some strong symbology, and I'm happy. And we got a backer. Look at that.
Yeah, it's
backers.
Messing up my thing. Jeff, are you messing up my thing again?
Jeff strikes again.
I love it. Travis, thank you for having us all on. Thank you for having us all on here, dude. You're awesome.
I love doing these things. All right. So you're at 1,172.46 backers. We're going to try to get you to 47. 1,170 and $82. That's what we're going to try to get to you too. All right. One more to go because I'm selfish. The only reason why I do this is because I got stuff live. So when you see this show, that means I've got something going on. So we're going to put mine up, and then we're going to go through everybody's again and see if I've hit the numbers, see if I'm still friends with the people. And if I'm not friends with them, I'm going to yell at people because I'm going to be mad that you guys let me down.
But when do we get to argue about the Silver Surfer casting?
After this. I will say
I'm going to stretch.
Hold on. I got to say one thing about it because there's this guy who I've been trolling today who is so mad about it, so angry. And he's like, effing Disney, they do it every time. So I was like, so you're really mad at the Eternals? What are you talking about, the Eternals? Yeah, that's the only actual sex change that they've done, and except for maybe Cosmo the dog. Do you count that? Disney doesn't do that. That's Fox. You're confused.
They did it to Taskmaster.
Oh, I guess you're right. I forgot about Taskmaster. And he didn't mention Taskmaster, so I was still winning that argument, Tom. Good thing you weren't there.
Sorry, never mind.
The ancient one.
The ancient one. Yep.
Ancient one.
Yep.
But the ancient one has been multiple things. In a you've seen a past life thing, but most of the time.
Sure, Travis. Sure, Travis.
We're back pedaling.
Look, if we're gonna have hot takes, we got to have hot takes. Let's.
Gotta have hot takes.
Come on.
Yes, we're men and we want men's butts. That's what we're saying, right? We're angry about women butts. We need our men butts. I'm with you, Tom.
Shiny silver butts.
That's right. That's right.
There's a post
if you don't give us our men butts, we're going to be very mad.
But here's the thing I don't get about it is it's not like she's playing Norrin Radd. She's playing Shala Ball.
Right. Well, see, it was originally announced though in a way that this girl, I can't even think of her name, is playing Silver Surfer. That was originally how it was marketed, incorrectly. But that was the initial blow up. It's like, oh my God, there's a girl Silver Surfer. It's like, well, yeah, but no.
All right.
Seems calculated.
Go ahead, Travis. Show us.
Yeah,
show,
go ahead,
show
man.
your
God.
stuff.
I'll show my goods. All right. Quick question before I go to mine. Did everyone enjoy their 3-day weekend last because of Good Friday?
There's no weekends in comics. What are you talking about?
Well, there was a 3-day weekend for most people. And you guys can thank my good buddy here, Coins of Judas. Judas gave you that 3-day
What a transition.
he gave you that 3-day weekend. That's what he did.
That's Mitch Epper.
Yeah, this guy, and apparently it's good because it's called Good Friday. I don't know how that worked, but hey, not my problem. But Coins of Judas is about the 30 pieces of silver that Judas betrayed Christ. It spawns 30 demons. Those 30 demons spawn, and they go after these 2 demon hunters. They're brother and sister combo from Ireland. Kind of like I call this John Wick crossover with Ghost Rider. It's a very supernatural heavy book. Lots of fun, lots of action. It's a mix of kind of a manga and modern style, which is kind of cool. Tyler Carpenter did issues 1 and 2, and then we had issues. We did it in 2-issue arc, so it's issues 1 and 2 is called Coins of Judas. The second run is Coins of Judas the Gambler 1 and 2. And this is all collected in one cool hardcover trade. Very, very cool stuff, as you see.
I love that sequence.
Yeah, you like that?
That's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I'm really good at ripping off better ideas, and I stole this from somebody, and I love it. And I think it's great.
No, you know what? There's absolutely nothing wrong with doing that.
They stole it from
as long as you do it your way.
Yeah.
Right. No. This book is so fun. So people always ask me, hey, Travis, when are you going to do a superhero book? This is my superhero book. If I was hired to do a superhero book, this would be my strength. Put me in the supernatural realm. Give me a Ghost Rider or a Venom or, Midnight Sun, something like that. Doctor Strange. I will excel in those arenas. So it's a lot of fun. And we are in our last 48 hours. So we are currently at 6,227. I want to get us to 176. I want to get us one backer tonight to see if we can get to 637. So 1,637. 6,637. Wait, one more time. 6,237. That's what we want. 6. I think that's doable. Questions, comments, concerns, gentlemen?
Looks lovely.
Here's the link.
Where's the link? I gotta share it out. You're right. Yeah, hold on. Let me make sure I got the last one. Yeah, I got Artery Zone. All right.
I got Judas in my book too. There's been a few Judas books in the last 5 or 6 years.
Damn you, Judas.
Damn you, Judas. I love Judas. Judas is one of my for real, if you don't know, I'm a Christian. I swear a lot, so a lot of people don't know. But literally, no joking aside, Judas is my favorite disciple. And here's why. He got to eat. He made it all the way to the end. If that doesn't show you salvation, you can come all the way to the end. You're welcome. I know you're going to betray me. You're still welcome at my table. That's, to me, is the definition of Christianity. So it's kind of cool. I don't know. I think it's cool.
And he also said the working man needs an extra day off.
Right. Well, and he was like, hey, why are we rubbing your toes with these expensive oils? Can we not do that and feed the poor? Jesus, you don't understand me. I get that. I get that. That's me.
It's fucked up he got paid for that, though. We're all here. I didn't get paid time off, I'll tell you that.
You're going to get paid time? That son of a bitch. I'll address it. When I get up there immediately.
Yeah, why don't we all get 30 pieces of silver every year?
Right. What the fuck? I had to back it. Thank you. Good sir. Appreciate you, Jack. And Jeff backed it as well, because Jeff backs everything. Jeff, you're welcome on the show anytime. I mean, you're making my job easy.
I don't know if I could afford it.
Every week, please come on. In fact, every show that Tom does, just pretend I'm hosting it and just back back at it. It's all his own stuff, so you just got to back it once. It's not bad.
Well,
But Jeff, you said you had to go.
yeah, I got to go. I do have work early in the morning. So I want to thank everyone for listening. And if you do have time, please back my book. I could use it. Thank you so much.
Nice. All right, we'll get you to where it has to be. It's till 12 backers, so I'm not going to log off till I get 12 backers. So we'll get you.
I appreciate it. Have a great night, guys.
All right, cool.
Yeah, honestly, I'm gonna have to dip out too. I have to be at the hospital in the morning, so I've saved everybody's campaign though. So in the morning, I'm gonna be jumping through all of them and backing guys. These are some really fun campaigns. It's been a pleasure meeting everybody. I appreciate you guys having me on, and if you have time and you support Blue Ghost, just keep an eye out. They're doing great stuff, and we're always here if anybody ever has any questions, or there's anything we can do to help other people or support other projects, just reach out. Give us a holler.
Nice, Jack. We'll get you. We'll look at your stuff and make sure you got your backs.
Cool, man. Y'all have a great night. Get some sleep. Keep working hard.
Thanks,
All
Jack.
All right. Now that the children have gone to bed, let's see where people are at. Brian, I got to get you back up here.
Yeah.
So, all right. Let me get big for a minute before I do this. Motherfuckers. Marvel in DC. He could be my friend. You guys all know that I don't sell out the mainstream like most people. I'm not that guy. Don't fuck this up for me. Look, I told you would get him at least one backer. Don't fuck this up, people. Don't. He can't hear me right now. I don't want to embarrass him. I don't want to make it mean. Don't fuck it up. All right, Brian, let's look at your campaign. Make sure everything's fine. Hold on. You were at 4,221 with 130 backers. I promised I'd get you one tonight, so you'd be at 4,241 with 131 backers. Let's see if we have achieved our goal, or I have to yell more. Let's see. Where are you? Of course, you're not here. Hold on.
I can tell you, but that's
no, that would ruin the whole thing. I've got to see it here, and then I've got to see if I got to get my cat of nine tails to like vlog myself. Like, it gets really weird, Brian. It gets really weird. You write a weird book, you understand.
Sure.
So we did it. But we're under on the money.
Under on the money, but
we're good. We're good. Look,
we just did it just now. Hell yeah.
Just did it.
Someone saved
but
it.
Let's share the book out one more time. Hold on. I get to mark you off my list because I've achieved my goal. Again, I have never failed yet. Let's get this picture up.
Beautiful.
But that doesn't mean you shouldn't give Brian some money. He worked his ass on this book. Jack had to say I had to get it before I passed out. Nice.
Thanks, Jack.
So let's share it out one more time to everybody. And you had Jeff before we started too, so you're doing great.
Yeah, it was very fortunate. So I appreciate y'all.
So what is this book about? Why are all these backers flocking to it in excitement?
Well, I mean, I think that one of the things about the book that is appealing to me is it kind of has like a vibe that I don't see super often. Like, it's very like Silent Hill, Shadow over Innsmouth, sort of weird fiction sort of thing. It's not like big action horror, which I enjoy a lot of, but it's a lot more like hyper emotional, really broody with like really nasty, like sort of gore violence kind of slid in. It's not a slasher. It's more like creepy atmosphere, hyper chaotic energy, but it's about citizen journalists, just a bunch of regular people that decide to take up this job of chronicling this sort of awful group of people that have invaded this town and have decided to kind of make it their own and start doing incredible amounts of violence, or killing everybody in the barbershop and taking it over. But they start constructing this crazy building on the outside of town that no one really knows what it's for. So you get all kinds of really bizarre. There was some David Lynch comparisons, I guess, because it's like a lot of suburban horror, but it's not. It still kind of has like a ghoulish, definitely like monstery sort of vibes here and there. There's strange creatures at the fringes of town that doesn't let anybody leave. It's just like an awful place. It feels like a Lovecraft sort of designed town, maybe. But it's not full of tentacles or the Necronomicon or anything like that.
Nice. Like I said, I read it. I loved it. It reminds me of, if you guys are reading, and not a lot of people read it, but it's Door to Door by Cullen Bunn. I think that's the name of the book.
That Vault book, was it?
It was who did he do it with? I think he did it with Vault. Yeah.
I think Sally Cantrino drew that, right?
Yeah, it's about a bunch of traveling salesmen who go around, and they can, if they run across monsters, they stop selling stuff and kill the monsters. It's interesting, but they all have weird personalities and stuff.
Yeah, there's definitely like a weird Kolchak the Night Stalker sort of thing too in this, but
yeah,
that's kind of dweeby. Yeah, maybe that was 1983 when that came out. Who knows?
Maybe it was 1983, throwing it back. Yeah. Well, and Kurt always has this really cool grindhouse art style.
Oh yeah.
You know, which I think is really neat. You know, there's a lot of talk about Ed Piskor. His stuff and Ed's are very similar. Like if you go back to look at the old hip hop family tree, very similar style to Kurt's.
Mm-hmm.
Where's that now?
Yeah, I think Kurt kind of manages to do things that are like, I don't know, his figure work and all this stuff has like this really imposing sort of atmosphere to everything. Like the figures are kind of like, he does a great job of articulating the sort of movement of these monsters and these people. Yeah. He was my first choice actually when I was like, I want someone to work on this. Who do I want to work on? And Kurt was literally my first choice because I knew he would crush it.
Nice, yeah. Nice. It's really good. I love the black and white. It's a great book. I highly recommend it. Like I said, I read it, so I highly recommend it. So, all right, we got you to your goal. We got you marked off.
Thank you very much, everybody.
All right, next up we have Sean. Apparently, Sean, I'm not going to go to you next because Scott's supposed to be where you're at. So
That's
you
cool.
know that. Stop pretending that you were next. You know you weren't. Scott's been standing up this whole time. Scott has not gone to the couch.
Man, the couch is calling, but I'm sticking it out.
You're sticking it out. Scott, you were at 3,353 with 130 backers. We're going to try to get you 131. Let's see how we did tonight. Let's see. Well, that is not what I want to show you guys. That's credit card information. Let's stop showing that.
Writing it down real fast.
Yeah. I got too many windows open. Give me a second. Because I shut it down. Because I realized I haven't backed it. I back all your stuff, Scott, don't I?
I appreciate it very much.
Yeah, I was going to back it. And now you guys caught me. Fluffing my numbers is what they call this in the biz.
I
But
thought you
we
said we
still,
weren't going to have any porn here tonight.
well, Dean came, and I'm still not convinced that Dean is not porn. All right, let's get it up there. Because we're still going to be short, so we're going to share this out. I know we got a pledge from Jeff, but we're still going to be short from our goal here, which makes me mad. What is going on here? Interesting radio, as I would say. They say that, right, Henri?
What's that?
Say interesting radio. All right, so here's where we're at.
Is that after the? That reminds me of the Web of Spider-Man 32.
Yes, it's an homage to that. Yeah, there's so not to spoil anything, but at the end of the issue 2, the last issue, our main character, the paladin here, was dragged into the grave by a horde of zombies. So I knew that there was going to be a scene like this in issue 3 where she comes up out of the grave, and so I told the artist, I want to do an homage to the Web of Spider-Man 32 because it just fits the story so well, and he did a really good job. And there's a couple different versions. You can see that's the homage that, like I do every issue, I do a cover where we take the art from one of the other covers and then we make it look like the TSR Endless Quest books. They were sort of like their D&D version of the Choose Your Own Adventure for anyone who happened to be alive in the 80s like I was. So
1983, I heard, is a good year.
I've heard that. Yeah. So it's, I always try, I've said this, usually when I'm on, I say this a lot, but I always try to make stuff that I like. I feel like if you make stuff that you're passionate about and that you love, other people like it. So that Endless Quest cover that I do every issue is one that's actually become quite popular with the backers. But I initially did it. I was just messing around with the artwork, and I was like, "Oh, it would be cool if this looked like one of those Endless Quest books." And I just sort of made it up partway through a campaign and added on as a new add-on, and it's been really popular since then. But it was just, like with everything in this book is just stuff that I like. I try and make comics for myself. If I'm not seeing something at the comic shop that's sort of filling this, the space of the comic that I want to read, then I figure I better write it myself. And that's kind of what Quest is.
Nice. All right. So I promised you 131 with 3,373 back. So we're a few dollars short. Looks like you got to. Oh no, we're good now. No, we're not good now. You got a bunch of digital, so I still owe you a couple bucks. So we're gonna keep on. Yeah, we're gonna keep it where it's at. It keeps. My refreshing is not going great on this. Hold on, let's see. All right. I don't know what's going on, why it's slow. We're going to share it off. But we got you a couple of backers, which is great.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
We're going to share it out and see what else comes on your way. And I'll come back to you in just a minute because I don't get to mark you off my list. But you've been on. It's always hard when you come on the second time. First time's always easy. Second time's a little harder. But we'll see what we can do.
If I was on the couch, I probably would have got some extra backers. But
you would have got extra because you brought the sexy. You didn't bring the sexy.
It's true.
You didn't bring the sexy.
That. I could take this shirt off, I guess.
Going back to the point. It was not Dean at all. All right, Tom, I promised you 20 on your thing. Let's see if these effers could click something. They don't even have to spend any money. It's not that hard. I bet you Henri didn't do it.
I didn't do nothing.
Henri doesn't do nothing for me ever.
I do nothing. Actually, I will say this: I have backed Tom's campaigns before. He always delivers. So that's just a little bit of a one thing. But
hold on, I have a joke. Do you guys remember? I know he's back, but I always used to laugh at Short Fuse Media because their slogan was "We deliver." Like, if that's the bare minimum you need to do on Kickstarter, why is that your slogan? Like, I don't understand. Like can we do better? Like than delivering, please?
We're not a scam.
30 minutes or less.
Not a huge scam.
Yeah, you get delivered, but 30 minutes or less, right? That's how it is. That's back to 83 again for you, Travis. 30 minutes or less.
Right. I actually, fun fact. So I was at a Domino's to tell a story. By the way, we need 6. I shared it out. I'm going to look at it in a minute. We're at 14. I was at a Little Caesars and they had a avoid the Noid. Avoid the Noid little button, and he was like, "What's the Noid? What's the Noid?" And I was like, "Well," and I explained it, and then I looked it up and I showed him a video. Do you know why the Noid went away?
Why did the Noid go away? It's so funny because I had a comic with the Noid on it, and no one wanted it. I was like, "Here's this book for $1." I ended up selling it for $15.
Dude, even Ronald McDonald doesn't exist anymore, basically.
Yeah, totally.
All the mascot people, Jack in the Box, the big head guy, they're all gone.
The King, the Burger King guy.
Well, I'll tell you this: have you seen the restaurants lately? They just look like industrial cafeterias now. It's just
totally 100%.
Yeah, no toy place, no nothing. Right.
Yeah. There's no branding for those places. What was really funny was the local Taco Bell, and they don't even have a mascot, but they used to have the Chihuahua, I guess. But the local Taco Bell went through their redo here last year, and it was great because I went inside it and I was like, "What the hell happened? This place it's all black and gray and cement, and what is this place?" And I sat down on these really uncomfortable chairs, and I ate my food. And as I ate my food, some people were coming in, and these 2 girls came in that were probably late teens, more or less, and you could see them as they walked in. They literally were like me. They looked around and they were like, "This place used to be cool." and it's no longer cool. I was like, you went the wrong way, Taco Bell. Clearly, you didn't do market research.
They watched Demolition Man when it came to a new marketing strategy.
That's right.
So here is the Noid story. A gentleman, I don't remember his first name, but his last name was Noid. He felt that this was making fun of him, and he held a Domino's pizza hostage for 6 hours. He was mentally unstable, and he held it, and they dropped it that day to avoid any liability because this guy felt he was being made fun of by the Noid. Because he was like, I have no friends because you tell us to avoid the Noid, and they're all avoiding me because of you, Domino's Pizza. Why are you making fun of me?
That is wild. That is crazy.
So, now you know what happened to the Noid.
He was always kind of creepy, though. The Noid was always like,
Well, that's why you're supposed to avoid him.
That's why you're supposed to avoid him, right?
Sean
Sean doesn't even know what we're talking
You're
about.
supposed to invite the Noid into your house. Like, avoid the Noid is on purpose.
Well, what does that have to do with pizza? That's my question.
Because wasn't he always stealing the pizza or
He
something?
was stealing the pizza, dude.
He's like the Hamburglar.
He was just like a perpetual
Yeah.
pizza hater.
Yeah.
Dude, fuck
I'm
it.
reminded
There
of
was
that.
even a Nintendo game for the Noid.
Yes,
was.
there was.
Right.
There was a Nintendo game for him too. I was reminded of that one Simpsons episode where Homer beat up the Hamburglar version of Krusty Burger. And he's just beating him up in front of the kids, and they're like, "He's dead already."
There was also, remember the Sneak King Xbox game?
Sneak
Oh,
King.
that was impossible.
Yeah, it's like a creepy game where you were the king and you would try to steal people's whoppers.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
My brother used to buy it every time he would go to like a Blockbuster or pawn shops in New England are like not small, they're huge. So like you can get anything, and you get DVDs and stuff, and he would buy all the $2 copies, and he would steal his friend's game and put the Sneak King inside their thing when he'd visit them. So, Tom,
Yep.
I've rallied the troops.
Yeah. Got a
Let's see
few.
where we're at.
Got a few.
We're at 18.
18. Dang, it's happening. It's happening.
Who has not done it yet? There's
It's
got to be
like-
2 more.
It's like actual
You know,
time.
I gotta do it. I gotta do it because Tom. We're gonna get you to 19, dude. I don't know what I was
19 does not get us to 20.
Oh, okay, fine. 20.
Yeah, you have to make a separate account and do it again.
Right, yeah. Create a new account for me and do that, please. Thank you.
We're there, bud. So
Are we at
dude, 23 issues now of your series. That's crazy, man.
All right, we're at 19. Come on. Somebody.
Yeah, it's 20. It's 23 the ongoing series, but we also did 5 issues previous. So technically, in the larger scheme, it's 28 overall. So yeah,
Wow.
yeah, we're rolling. It's fun. It's going to be great. I mean, if you like superheroes, if you like science fiction, if you like sort of time travel stuff, we have, of course, as it says right there, the Critterverse, which we finally get to explain what it is, how it works, why it's different from all these other multiverses, and it's very different. And we finally get to talk about those stories that we've been building for 14 years. Now we finally get to this arc that will explain it all and put it all in context and push us forward into the next sort of aspect of the story.
All right, Tom, I got you to where you need to go. You're at
Boom.
20. I get to mark you off my list. Boom. Exit it out.
Travis, how
Now,
much?
Sean
What Kickstarter is this for you? How many have you done this year already?
Me?
No, Travis.
Oh, Travis.
Oh, how many Kickstarters have I done this year? This is I'm going on my 3rd coming up.
Jeez, man, you are a machine.
Tom has already completed 2. Tom's beating me.
Yeah, this will be my 3rd, and then
Yeah.
we'll do another one in June and then another one in July.
So how many campaigns are you guys doing right now per year?
This year we're gonna do 3, 4, 5, probably 7 this year.
Wow. That's a lot, man. That's crazy.
All right.
Got to get
Sean.
to work, Henri. Got to get to work.
Yeah, I do.
Sean, we were supposed to get you to 70 backers and ruin everything. And I think we did that.
Yep.
I think we were doing that as we were moving away.
Hey, speaking of which, Tom, you know what I saw recently?
The Noid.
Hot Tub Time Machine 1 and 2.
Oh yeah, dude.
Those are great
Two,
movies.
two was the ultimate mind trip. I remember, like, I don't know if I was talking to you about that one.
2 is
But-
whacked, but the first one is great.
Yeah, 2 is totally. Oh boy.
Yeah, but 2, see, I don't even want to talk about this because we got to talk about Sean's thing. But 2 was like, I want to prove that we're smarter than 1. Like we're telling a more intelligent,
Except
cooler
that
story.
prove that they
And
were
because
dumber.
they did that, they didn't. Like,
Yeah, that's correct.
They
That's
forgot what it's
It's
all
so
about.
true.
Yeah. 100%.
And they forgot that everyone loves John Cusack. Like, so if you get rid of John Cusack, you don't love the
Well,
movie.
that was more John Cusack being like, I don't know.
Right.
I don't know if we
That's
got
a bad
anything to
call.
do here, but I'll show up for one of your 4 endings, and that's what'll happen.
All right, so we got you where you need to go, but talk about it again, Sean.
Yep. So I got 7 days left. The Fog Within. There's a catastrophic event in the present, causes an infection. Government gives up on the town of Brooks, and so with that, you have a couple days after the infection. Our main character Hunter runs through this fog, ends up in the future 26 years, and there's rebels, there's rulers, there's crazy over-the-top 90s kind of action modern twist. It's a lot of fun. The first issue is more of a world building, so you understand what's going on, and the second issue is more nonstop action and a lot of time travel-ish or time travel adjacent type stuff, as well as Hunter's learning about his abilities.
I'm gonna ask you for Tom and Henri. Is it more Hot Tub Time Machine 1 or Hot Tub Time
See,
Machine?
that's what I was about to ask. Where does the hot tub come into play? That's exactly what I was going to
Well,
say.
after this conversation, I would say number 1 for sure.
That's awesome. Way to bring it back, Travis. That was awesome. That was it.
It's Sean who brought it. He tells relevant stories of movies people love and want to see more of. But we got you to where you need to go. We get you a little bit every week. You can keep it going.
Yep. Appreciate it.
Mark you off. Your money doesn't match, but I don't care for you because you've been here like 4 weeks in a row. I'm still shocked that we can pull it off.
That's true.
All right. What's next? I've got Jack. I've got the Jack Sunrise here.
Jake.
Jake.
Yeah.
You hate Jack? Like, is Jack offensive to you?
No, actually, it's because if on the original pages for issue 3, the artist, I don't know if it was because she's Italian, but at the top of every page it said Jack Sunrise, and I told her, I was like, it's Jake Sunrise, but at the top of every single page it said Jack Sunrise. So it's funny that you said that. So yeah, it's about a werewolf bounty hunter.
So here's the situation that got. All right, no, we're good. We're good. Never mind.
How's it look?
Here's your rewards, but that's not what I was trying to do. So we have you went up. We still need to get you one, right? Okay. Talk about it real quick. Let's share it out.
Sure. It's a 6-issue anthology about a werewolf bounty hunter, and issue 3, which this is for issue 3 and 4, although you can still get the first 2 issues. Issue 3 is he gets kind of recruited by a boy to rescue a Sasquatch from a vampire circus. And issue 4 kind of goes in the opposite direction, where instead of having all these different creatures, it's just a group of bank robbers in a house during a fog, and somebody's outside picking them off one by one. And then issue 2 has a reanimated corpse. So we did kind of an homage cover that's from the Frankenstein and Werewolf, the old movie poster. And then issue 1 has mutant cannibal hillbillies. who hold them hostage in a mining facility.
You got my boy C.R. Florence here.
C.R. Florence is a gem. If you look at the cover for issue 3, it's actually my favorite ever because it's one of the first. It's an homage to one of the first comics I ever owned, which is I want to say it's Wolverine 8, although I'm going to hate myself if I got the number wrong.
Which one? What was on the cover?
It's one of the ones with Mr. Fix-It, where they're surrounded by a bunch of people. It's up top, I think. It should be one of the first ones. And then we also, I don't know how many Kickstarters have this, but we have a belt buckle that you can get based on the logo.
That's crazy.
And we have glow-in-the-dark 3D prints. There's the belt buckle. I love it. It's exactly
fancy
what
sun and monocle.
I didn't think it was possible to pull it off, but of the monocled sun.
Now, can you get the other issues here?
So issue 1 and 2 comes to everybody as a digital. There is a catch-up. If you look on the left side on the menu, there is a catch-up, but only in black and white. All the color issues are sold out.
Okay.
There's that cover I was talking about. The if anyone remembers that issue of Wolverine, yeah. And Karma is where the little boy is. If you remember Karma from X-Men, on the original, the original has like Wolverine, Mr. Fix-It, and which is the Hulk, and Karma. But
It's
that's
Wolverine.
kind of.
It's not 8 because I just googled.
Yeah, 8's actually a key book. Yeah.
Damn it! Is it 10?
Yeah, 8 is thing, and it's 7, I think.
It's 7.
7. Yeah, I'll bring it up.
So sad. It was one of the first comics I ever
Yeah,
owned.
I see it here. Yeah. That's a cool cover.
And he credits it, C.R. Florence, because he's a gentleman.
Sure.
You can see he puts Buscema in there. Yeah, there it is. One of my favorite covers. It stuck out to me as a kid.
It's offensive. That's not Wolverine. That's Patches.
I know it's Patch.
It's not Patches.
Patch.
It's
Did you say Patches?
It's
That's my cat's name.
Patch is
It's still
Patch is
Patches.
friendly Wolverine.
Patches Wolverine.
Patch is the Houlihan. You can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball.
Oh my god.
Patches
thing-
is the Hudson Time Machine 2 version of Wolverine.
That's right.
Oh, that's great.
If you remember those old issues, like whenever he was Wolverine, he had they would draw a shadow across his eyes.
Right.
Yeah, it was
I
a
thought that was
cross-hatching
so
thing,
cool.
almost like goggles. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was so cool. I loved that as a kid.
But all right, so we want to get you one more. So we're still a little behind for you. I'm failing tonight, guys. I'm normally very impressed. Oh, hold on. Just in because I was clicking through tabs. Hold on. We'll get back to you. It's very important. Get the fuck off my list, Scott. You're done. 3402. You're done. I don't need you on my list anymore, Scott. You're dead.
Back
to
on
me.
the sofa.
Get back in your seat.
Finally, I can rest on that sofa.
You're done to me. You're dead to me. All right. We're accomplishing things. All right. Sorry. We'll get back to you. One of the things that you should do, though, Dean, is even if it's just digital, I would show all 4 covers at the bottom. Like previously, we have successfully funded these to show that it's a bigger universe.
That's a good idea.
Even if you don't sell them or you can still get them as digital, I think that would be cool. So you're supposed to get 224 backers. So we're at 24 backers. So we're good there.
Nice.
A little bit short of the money. So we're gonna keep sharing that. We're gonna come back to it for a little bit, but you're doing okay, good son. You're doing okay. So anything else you want to say about it before I move on?
I mean, this is like a story that I've been trying to do for years, and I never really got around to it. So it's kind of one of those things where you have like all these ideas in your head, and you never know where to start. And I started doing. I think this is like the 4th time I've tried to write a Jake Sunrise series. So it's all the aspiring comic writers out there. I know sometimes we feel like a vestigial limb, I think is what I'm looking for. in the comic industry as writers, right? Because we're not the art, we're the colors.
We're the soul of comics.
soul.
Come on, we're deep in there.
Next time you do a campaign, message me and I can help you achieve it a little faster and a little better, dude.
For sure.
I've got some advice. You got another one here. Look at you. You got your numbers.
Nice.
Right?
25. That was kind of my week goal. Is I was like, I'm hoping by the end of the week I get to 25 backers.
All right, so let's
Perfect.
get you. You're dead to me, Dean. I'm
I
glad
think
you're not.
your shirt's good luck for me because I mean that Appetite for Destruction that harkens back to the same time period as that Wolverine comic.
Well, this is
1983. We're back to 1983 again.
I see that Voodoo Nations Appetite for
Yes.
Redemption.
Yes,
Awesome.
it is a homage. It is homage. However, in the Funko Pop section of my world,
Oh, is that not who that is?
I don't know if you can see it.
I see. I can read it, but the glare's there.
Maybe if I bring it down. Hold on. I've never brought this down. This is the first time.
Aren't you going to put gloves on first?
Oh, I don't care that much.
You can't be touching this stuff.
Oh shit! It's everything fell. You see here?
This is what I'm telling you.
Oh. So what is that? The record? Oh wow. That's sweet, man.
It's a
It's
cool
got
little
Duff.
outfit. Yeah, I like it. I'm a GNR fan. My favorite song is "Patience."
Oh, Patience is great.
All right. No, the non-country version, because why the fuck did that random guy do a country version?
There's a country for. All right, I'm glad I
There's
don't
a
know that.
country version of "Patience" that was popular a couple years ago.
Only Guns N' Roses can do Guns N' Roses.
This messed up everything. I should have listened. This is why I need to listen to Tom. By the way,
Lies is
Tom,
an underrated album, though.
I got something to show you, Tom,
What's that?
which is probably awkward as I stand here upwards, showing my backside.
No, your shirt's the appropriate length, so you're fine.
I don't know what the hell, how I had this before. How did I do this?
It's a delicate balancing act.
There you go. It'll be better. All right. Here's what I'm going to show Tom. Tom, I got proofs. Where? Here's what I'm going to show Tom. Where are they? Maybe I can't show Tom anything. Oh, here they are. Tom, I got proofs from the printer you recommended.
Oh, good. Yeah.
You gave me a nice hardcover.
Yeah. Came out good.
Yeah, hardcover is good. And then the soft cover.
Beautiful.
Looks good.
Looks great, Travis.
We signed the deal.
What printer was it?
His name's Jeff.
Yes, that's correct. His name's Jeff. That's what I told Travis. I was like, I don't know who they are. It's Jeff.
And when I referred somebody else, Tom, he was like, "Are you sure you trust a guy with a Gmail account?" I was like, "It's really sad that I did not ask that question of Tom."
Where's he
a
printing?
Gmail account?
Where's he printing hardcovers from?
Overseas, good sir.
Yeah, you kind of almost have to do that now.
Yeah, I'm about to print up hardcovers too. I went overseas, but
I'll give you Jeff's email.
Honey, could you get me
yeah,
a napkin?
I'm interested to get a quote just for like.
Just-
He'll
please.
give you a great price, and he does a great product. So
Yeah, that's awesome. If you guys are
All
vouching for him, I
Next up. Sorry, we're getting distracted here.
it's just Henri's next. It doesn't matter.
nobody cares. I think you guys are all gonna take off Travis tonight. No one's gonna get a stat next backer. Or actually, no. I want to be dead to you, right? What am I supposed to do? If I
All
make a nudie cover for the book about my grandfather's life, someone.
Jesus.
All right. Well, hold on. Let's check out the other guys real
How
quick.
about if I do
You
another
could
one
put
of
like a
those-
hot Russian chick. I mean, you know.
Why not? Why not? Why one? Why not two?
Well, you know.
I'm thinking
I was
of doing
trying
a
to be
hot tub
classy
time
about it.
machine variant cover.
I mean, they had those hot Russian girls from Spies Like Us, right? You just kind
Oh
of
my
do
god,
like
they
that.
were gorgeous.
Yeah, just like that.
So we were supposed to get him to 12 backers. We got him to 12 backers. He got actually
Like Sponge, where do I get the naked grandfather cover?
and Determinus. We got it. We're good.
Beautiful.
Blake's
All right.
buzzing the house, man. This dude's like, he's interviewing Tom King. He's got all the big names on his show and everything. This dude is killing it right now.
Blake's great.
What he needs is a guest with cat ears. That's what he needs.
So like one of the little gamer chicks that are on Twitch all the time. Like
I'm
one of
just
them?
saying somebody with cat ears. That's all I'm saying.
You're not.
You
don't
can
have any
interpret
preference
it. Yeah, you can interpret it in whatever way you want it.
too. And then let's get this snow one. Remember when I closed everything? All right. And next we've got.
The naked grandpa cover.
I gotta get this snow. What is it called? Ghost, Blue Ghost. That's it.
Hey, you know what? They announced that they're making a movie about my grandfather's life, and they got that same girl who's playing Shala Ball.
Oh, she's going to play your grandpa?
She's gonna be no, my grandpa.
Yeah,
So
she's
this is
going to
like
play
an
your
alternate version of my grandpa.
Yeah, it's a verse. It's a
Yeah.
parallel universe.
Grandpa verse.
It's where
Is
your grandpa was
also
actually your
silver?
grandma.
Yeah, I just want people to be mad and talk about it, and then back campaign.
That's right.
All right. We were supposed to. We did not get this fool a backer. Well, we got him.
I actually had something I wanted to say to him before he left. So there was a creator I knew. He passed away last year. He was paraplegic. His name was Kitsune Windsor. Kitsune. They went through similar struggles to what this guy's creators have been going through, and it's really great that he's taking the initiative to publish the work and bring it to the U.S.
Nice. Yeah. Well, I'll back it because I have not backed it yet. I'll back it to show some love. Which, by the way, if you're watching this on the replay, Jack, I don't back mangas. I'm anti them. I have that's my
Well, they're
standard.
mangas, so you're okay. Not a manga. American.
It's like a orange juice, right?
It's not a mango.
Mango.
It's like a mongo.
A Mongo, like a Mongolian. That's racist. It can't be Mongolian.
No, it's from Blazing Saddles. It's Mongo from Blazing Saddles.
Yeah.
I was just sharing clips from that episode of South Park when they had the guy build the wall around South Park. The City Walk guy built the Great Wall of China around South Park.
Yeah,
City Walk.
City Walk.
Was attacked by Shitty Walk. And they were attacked by the Mongolians.
Oh, the
Goddamn
Mongolian.
Mongolians. Yeah.
So
man.
Everyone thought he was crazy, but he was right.
Yeah, that's right.
I like that guy's covers. So and then
Yeah, the covers are really good on that book on the Blue Ghost manga adventure. Yeah.
all right. So now we've got you, Henri. You came in late. You were last.
Yeah. Save the best for last. You take my breath away. Sorry, no one wants to hear me sing.
No, that's
Someone
correct.
asked earlier in this program whether or not
You're going to lose backers for that.
No, lose backers.
All right, we have not got you anything either. What is
Shame on all of you.
See, you've got to you got to have the naked grandpa trading card for a
this
stretch
is
goal.
Henri's naked grandfather that needs your support. His naked grandfather fought in World War I, II, I don't know which one, naked for you to protect you in freedom.
Uphill both ways.
You don't like freedom.
to protect you in freedom. Oh, that's great.
Right. So if you don't like freedom or naked grandpas, why are you here? If you don't like freedom and naked grandpas, that is what we're here for. That's what America. Ryan, that's what your book is about, right? Really, naked grandpa. The unsleeping eye is just a nod to grandpas.
It's the American way.
It's not the American way; it's the Russian way.
He
You know,
killed
I
naked
will
Russians?
do that. I think I should do that as a stretch goal reward. I am going to have, the naked grandfather trading card. I think that's a brilliant idea.
I think Brian's frozen. Oh no, he's there. Okay, you
I'm,
hadn't moved.
I'm looking at this Marks preview. It's beautiful.
Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Do you love naked grandfathers, Brian? How do you feel about naked grandfathers?
I mean, love's a strong word.
He's interested. He's interested.
I love any grandfather that feels comfortable with himself.
Right.
Go off, Grandpa.
He's only naked on Naked Gardening Day, so don't worry. It's not all the time.
Hey, putting some sun on his ass.
Oh,
Now, would you say would seeing a naked grandfather give you an unsleeping eye?
You know, I used to actually work in a group home for elderly people, so I'm just used to seeing naked grandpas.
Oh, it's ordinary for Brian. Okay.
Yeah, very ordinary.
Yeah.
Tuesday.
Sleep like a baby.
Are you guys familiar with the Villages in Florida? So the Villages is an old-time community that is a bunch of elderly people, and they have the highest percentage of STDs in Florida because of what they do.
Because of Viagra?
I'm going there. That's where I'm heading.
They're retired from work.
Well,
Fun.
literally and figuratively. I'm going to become the naked grandfather on that trading card.
Brian had a question about the Villages.
Oh no, I just said they've retired from work, not from fun, Travis.
Right.
Nice.
Yeah, there's all sorts of codes on the golf carts if somebody drives by on like how you can approach them or what they're into, like based on like cups that they put on, like solo cups. It's wild.
Fucking ciphers for their kinks. Grandpa's cipher, Marks II, Grandpa's kink cipher.
And by the way, don't try to be young and move there because they get angry. They'll throw fits and like meetings, like it's bad.
Who,
All right.
Can I ask again? Who was the artist on this?
So there were multiple artists on this. So the artist who did the first and last chapters, his name is Nick Bell. He doesn't really do sequential work, but he really wanted to with this book. So we gave him the first and last chapter of the book. And then Vasilis Gokzila, he's in Greece. He does the second and fifth chapter, and he's got kind of more of like a Sienkiewicz-y feel to his style. And it really, everything's deliberate. So it's all meant to fit the scene in that moment in time in the story. And then we worked with Dan Doherty on the middle chapters, and Dan like really brought a sense of realism to the war scenes, and that's really where I wanted you guys to be able to like really the war scenes in this book are not depicted to for the glorifying of war. It's really to just show you exactly how brutal it was on the front lines, and how terrible it was to just be in a place like that. Mm-hmm. Boo Nazis! Yay, naked grandfather colors! Let's do it.
Absolutely.
You help me fund this thing. I'll get that trading card out to you guys. I swear, I'll do it.
Can we watch the video of your naked grandfather?
Yeah, sure. It's a long video though. I think it's the longest trailer, and I've watched this thing like so many times.
It's 2 minutes. We'll try it out.
All right, yeah, it's a long video.
What up?
So I just want to say I'm really serious about doing the Naked Grandfather cover. If anybody, did I stick the landing there or no?
No, I mean, all I know is based on everything you've told me about this look, I am trying my best to help you. If you look at my personal Facebook thread, I said for freedom and naked grandfathers, because I want people to back it. If that doesn't help get the backs that you need for this book, Henry, I don't know what I can do.
Well, hopefully it'll become a joke and an internet trend.
We
gotta do it for freedom and naked grandfathers. I love it. That is amazing.
Yeah, I think we're on. I'm going to throw my money in for naked grandfathers.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. That's awesome.
We should be able to get you there with me throwing my money in for naked grandfathers. If anybody watches the show now or later and you need to see a naked grandfather, Henri's book is about Nazi fighting naked grandma.
I'm reminded of that scene from Boondocks. Did you guys ever see the Boondocks? There's an episode where the grandfather was like on dating sites and he was like taking pictures of himself in his underwear and stuff. So pretty much naked, you guys can expect the same thing. Mm-hmm. Naked grandfather book.
It makes me
Henry
think
will
of
do. Henry will
Actually,
do.
there's no nudity in this book. There's not a single wiener in this book.
Well, but that's what I was going to say. You're willing to do naked grandpa remarks for people.
This is true too. I will do that.
Wait a minute.
We'll turn this into whatever it needs to be.
There's no naked grandfathers in this. Like I was sold naked grandfathers.
Well, here's the great thing about modern technology is I can just take this pen here and draw a nice big one for you.
Thank you. I'd appreciate that. Is there freedom?
I won't be shy either because my grandfather, I was really proud of him, and it's one of those tall tale stories. So it might just like extend outside of the book even. It'll be kind of like Jim Lee's iteration of the Batcave, where it like opened up. I can do that.
Next time you're at a con, I want to know how many regular books you sold and how many naked grandfather books you sold. Not just normal. Because if you don't know, Henri goes to cons on the regular with a sword and cuts down the competition. Like he literally murders people if they don't buy his book.
No, I flash prices on comics. That's all I do. I don't cut anyone. There's no competition. We're all in this together. As you have so humbly show us, Travis, by supporting this naked grandfather endeavor of mine.
Right. I will always support naked grandfather, and really, I'd always support you. You're one of my good friends here in the comics, so I'm happy to support you.
Right on, man. Feel the same way about you, bro.
All right, let's see. Make sure Coins Juice was good. It looked like it was good, and it got the 48-hour mark. Yeah, we are good over there. Yeah, we're good. So, no problem there. Thank you guys for those who backed that. I appreciate that. We're done, ladies and gentlemen. We have successfully got our list.
Killed it.
Got rid of it. We have succeeded on our goal. Before we leave, I want to make sure there's no issues, any concerns, blasphemies that need to be addressed, any offensive things besides Henri's grandfather that we need to address that you're concerned about?
I just saw the first Omen tonight, and there's some horrible oversight that needed to happen in that because it was a really actually good movie until you got to the end, and I was like, "What the fuck are you doing?" So
I hate when that happens.
kind of upset about that.
It happens so often.
You don't really like movies, Tom.
Dude, I do like movies. And actually, what was funny was I expected this to be a disaster, like The Exorcist last year, because that was a disaster. I was ready for another disaster. But then it started getting good word of mouth. And I was like, really? So I was prepared for it tonight. I was hopeful. And it was actually a pretty damn good movie until they forgot, apparently, how the first movie went. Because it's a direct prequel. It's like Rogue One to A New Hope. It's like a direct prequel. And when you're going through the movie and you're like, wow, this is not terrible. It's not great, but it's not terrible. And then it ends and you're like, no, you didn't watch the first movie. You clearly didn't watch the first movie because there's a piece missing here that kind of makes your movie dumb. And I won't spoil it, but there's a large problem.
Not enough jackal.
I said I wasn't going to spoil it, but
I want to see that. I still need to see Godzilla. I haven't had a chance to
Let's not use need. That's strong. That's a strong word. Need.
No, you need people to see on Godzilla, so they keep coming.
Yeah.
I mean, that's fair. That's fair. But if they keep coming and they're not really that great, I might less is more in that regard. So.
By the way, Brian, I looked at your campaign right before I left. You had a big jump, which is cool.
Yeah, very lucky. It was great. Whoever was the culprit. Thank you.
Nice. Oh, and you do look at that. You'll do a cover commission for 500, which is great, with original art, right?
Yeah, like if somebody wants a cover for their book, I'll do it. Yeah, and you'll get the board in the mail.
The whole shebang.
The whole shebang. That's correct. I may or may not do colors. It depends on the cover and what people want because sometimes it's not a good fit. I got a style that I color in, so it's like if you want something more mainstreamy, I'm not good at that.
Like a very artistic naked grandfather. What are you going for?
Something classy.
Hey, I inspire. Hey, come to inspire. I'm a river.
What you need to do is you need to put a Brian $500 tier on your campaign for a cover for Naked Grandfather. And then if you get it, then you have to spend $500 on Brian's campaign to buy the Naked Grandfather.
It sounds like the best kind of pyramid scheme there is.
Yes,
I love it.
It's like Barbie.
So then you can all, give Kickstarter 10% when you could have just gave Brian $500 or whatever.
There is a caveat, like I do have to approve the content of the cover, but just so we can clear the air now, I'm absolutely doing that cover.
Yeah. Well, I've got so many questions now. Like, would you do post-war Grandfather, or would you do
post-war, pre-war Wiener?
That's the sequel. Post-war Grandpa.
Young in his prime.
Yeah.
Whatever the client wants is where I.
Is he wearing the army hat, looking down at his soldier proudly?
Wrapped in a Russian flag.
Wrapped in a Russian flag.
The A doesn't stand for France. So I'm thinking of that Ultimate Captain America where he pointed at the A.
Well, you really like that Spider-Man cover, the coming out of the ground that Scott had, and you have it on.
Yeah,
Jane Naked Grandfather coming out of the grave is definitely what you need. Spider-Man homage.
Well, what's really cool though is like I got to work with J.M. DeMatteis, who wrote that issue of Spider-Man. He wrote the first book comic I ever read, and he also did Amazing Spider-Man 400, where Aunt May died, and like I knew he was the right guy for the job. To kind of steer me in the right direction. So he was a great editor. I learned a lot about writing from him, and he's just a solid dude. Still putting
thinks he's better than all of us now.
Yeah. No.
Wait,
come on.
I just
you're all like passed up Time Machine too, and I'm like, no, what?
That's right.
I have another question here. I want to wrap it up, but So you hired him because he killed Aunt May? Like,
Yeah, of course.
Related to your
With
grandfather?
my grandpa's
Like,
wiener. With my
I need
grandpa's
someone
wiener.
who can kill old people. My grandfather's no longer with us. Like,
Well, the only thing better than Naked Old Grandfather is Naked Old Grandfather killing Aunt May. It's like now it's like on a higher level.
It's like a
is
retelling.
this
of the
when
original.
Aunt May became the Herald Galactus? Bring it back to no one would have been mad.
Yeah, if
they
it was
said,
Marissa
"Listen,
Tomei, we'd all be fine, right?
right,
Yeah.
Marissa Tomei
No, totally.
as the Herald Galactus.
Yeah,
You know what's gonna be sad is one day they're gonna cast some like 24-year-old blonde chick to play Aunt May in a movie, and I think we're just gonna feel that much older after that point. Well,
I gotta take off, guys. Thanks so much. Thanks, Travis. I really appreciate it.
Good night, Scott. Have
Thanks,
a good
everybody.
night in bed.
I'm gonna
24
take off
hours?
too, to be honest. I haven't had dinner yet. I'm hungry.
Oh my God.
We'll
Oh my
wrap it up
God.
in just a second. Why does everyone use Gumroad? I use Gumroad sometimes. The problem is Gumroad, the quality of when they print, I get concerned about. So it's quality control is why I don't put it on Gumroad, because they print on demand and it's quality control for me. Anybody
Yeah,
else have any?
We have books available on our website. We just have them there. So
I
it's
have a
super
website as
easy.
well. That's
eBay works too. Amazon. I
I
mean,
use big
wherever
cards.
the more control you have over it. I think you were talking about this. This is the age of do it yourself. Just do it
all right. So
yourself.
nobody.
I can actually like say why I didn't use Gumroad, if that helps. Like the organization tools and the appearance, or like lack thereof. There's a lot of like customization things that are missing from it, and since they don't charge anything to, the digital element. I actually thought about putting stuff up on Gumroad for digital, but I think I might just upgrade my like Squarespace store because they do have digital options there. So I think it's just kind of what tier you have your store at. Because I'm using Big Cartel now, and it just made more economic sense for me to pay a flat fee every month instead of a per transaction. That was kind of the big reason why. And I sell original art, so like the transaction fees would be awful on. But digital, you can do Squarespace and other places too if you pay a higher monthly.
Yeah, we're on Global Comics. There's tons of people that do their stuff digitally. Digitally is everywhere. I'm not saying everybody does it. I mean, some people just don't have that thought process of let me put my stuff digitally somewhere. Plus, digital comics, it's not as big a deal as most people tell you it is. But we're on there. We're on Drive-Thru Comics. We sell some every now and then, and we do digital on our campaigns as well. So if you want digital, especially for guys that are like overseas, that they're like, I can't spend $40 on shipping. I'm like, I got you, man. I understand. So we always have digital on our actual crowdfunding campaigns as well. But we've got stuff on various digital places.
And for me, I just never got around to it. I know that sounds weird. I just never got around to Gumroad. I remember there was some controversy a couple years back. They did something wrong. I don't remember what it was, but they something unethical. I don't remember what it was. But
well, I mean, I'll say this for we're on Global Comics and we're on Drive-Thru Comics. Kind of that's where we do our digital outside of campaigns. And I mean, I'll just tell you that Drive-Thru Comics has been way ahead of Global Comics, at least as far as sales goes. Now, Global Comics might get you a bunch of views because like you can do free preview pages and stuff. It might get you a bunch of views, which is kind of good. You want eyeballs on your stuff. But as far as actual money being made, Drive-Thru Comics is steps ahead of the other place. So something to look into for everybody if if that floats your boat.
so, Brian, where can people find you at, good sir?
Like online, you mean?
Yeah.
Like
Well,
my
your
house?
house address
Or
if you wanna
your
give-
address,
Well, you could literally come
Yeah.
find me in my tattoo shop. I have a tattoo shop in Kentucky, so you could come there and hang out. But online, it would be Twitter at Brian_Level, and then Instagram is my tattoo shop, Illuminat Tattoo, or just my personal Brian Level with no underscore. Facebook, you can hit me up on there, but I'm often not on. I usually just post from Instagram and it goes to the thing. So I would say like you can holler at me either on Twitter or Instagram, and you can I'm easy to get a hold of. I think my DMs are open, so like if you need my email address or anything, just holler at me.
Dean Page, where can people find you at?
I have a website, Picture Books Productions. You can go there if you want to get stuff directly from me, so I don't have to, share what you give with Kickstarter. Or you can find the Kickstarter. You can also find me on Instagram, Facebook. It's my name. Twitter and Instagram. It's under Picture Books Productions.
Great. Henry's
Henry's watching his microwave cook his food.
What's the next con? Where can we find you online?
I just found out I'm going out to Cleveland next week for Fan Expo Cleveland. So I'll be out there next week. You can find me on Facebook. Just friend me. I'll friend you back. It's the best way to get in touch with me. Instagram, I'm on there too. Twitter, I'm on everything, but Facebook's mainly where I do stuff. I got a live stream sale tomorrow morning. If anybody's interested in buying $1 and $2 comics, I got a whole collection of goodies for you. And we got our Marks campaign going for the next 17 days. And yeah, lots of fun stuff going down.
Question about that Cleveland show. Is Drew Carey going to be there?
I have no idea. Drew Carey?
Yeah, Cleveland Rocks.
Cleveland.
Oh. Yeah, I don't know.
That's right over his head.
Right
over my head.
Swoosh.
I'm still thinking about Naked Grandpa.
That was after 1983, so it doesn't confuse me. Tom.
Yeah, we're kind of on all the socials. We kind of live on Facebook. That's where everything starts and then filters out. We're on the X and the Instagram, BDI Comics, Patreon, BDI Comics. We have our Patreon. I said Patreon. TikTok is what I was trying to say. TikTok is BDI Comics. Patreon as well. We have Critter launching on this Saturday in 2 days for issue number 23. And then we'll be doing our BD 14 anthology in July.
All right. And you, good sir, Sean, where can you find it? When you're not on my show, where are you?
Yeah. So 7 more days on Kickstarter for The Fog Within 1 and 2, and then everywhere else, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, it's SeanWood_writer.
Nice. And you can find me, well, if you're watching this, you're part of my network, so you know where I'm at some level. But Travis Gibbet Substack, Coins of Judas has 48 hours. So next week, let me tell you where we're at. So Broke Down 4 Dead Bodies is going to launch the minute I send up the digital for Voodoo Nations. That is in the last stage of editing. It literally needs to be a tattoo needs to be added. So that'll be in the next couple of days. Maybe a little bit longer because my son's birthday is tomorrow. He's 5 years old. Super stoked about it.
Happy birthday, man. To the kid. Yeah.
To my kid. Well, my birthday is the week after. I'm the 14th.
No one cares about your birthday. Happy birthday to your kid.
That is true. You haven't given me an issue of Kaboom. I had to pay for it. So you got me lost my train of thought. So depending on how next Thursday goes, if Broke Down is launched, I may go live, but it really depends on, I have a con. I'm flying to New Hampshire. If I am packed up and ready to go to that con, I should be able to do a show. If not, we'll be skipping next week, and then we'll be back the week after that to get people funded. But we need to come next week because Sean needs it. Sean needs me to be here. He's trusting me. Does it end on Thursday next week, Sean? Or is it
Ends on Friday. Friday at 9.
The 7. It's 7 days. Well, 7 days will be a Thursday. I know, but no. All right. I appreciate you guys. Good night.
Good night, everyone.
So much for having us.
See ya.
Good seeing you.
Thank you. Thanks.